A sense of purpose here, and we know that we're doing so much good, and the athletes have done so much in terms of fundraising. We're joined now by Linda Halloran. She is a board member for the Maine Cancer Foundation. Linda, I think one of the best parts about this is that all the money raised stays right here in Maine. What kind of things are being accomplished by this?
Well, a lot of things. I mean, Maine Cancer Foundation's main focus is early detection, the best outcomes, and prevention in the first place. So the monies raised go to supporting grants all across the state to help with those kinds of programs, and from transportation and lodging to melanoma awareness this time of the year with summer. That's important, skin cancer concerns. So the money gets folded back into grants that get distributed all year long, all across the state.
And I think what's really uniting about this event is everybody here has a story. Everybody has some kind of connection, unfortunately, to cancer, especially in Maine, with some of the highest rates of cancer in the country. And what I found really remarkable, Linda, is even the Maine Cancer Foundation doing things like giving a gas card so somebody can get to a cancer treatment. Some of the things that, unless you've been through this, you may not even think about.
There's so many things that people are impacted with from cancer, and little things. There's like increased childcare costs usually, or there is, so one of the partners in a family, maybe can't work, or the person with cancer, they can't work for a while, and so families' financial situation is impacted. And I'm with Town and Country Credit Union, and one of the big things that we talk about, or we focus on and think about, is the link between financial health and physical health, and the impact that people with cancer have on their personal finances. And so, there's so many extra expenses that come along that impacts people's budgets, and that's something we care about. And it's just a gas card goes a long way, to help somebody, get to a treatment.
Of course, because we also live, parts are very rural, and it's hard for people to get to treatment.
Yeah, across the state. I mean, this part of the state, we're pretty lucky. But, people that live up in the county and other places, they have to go a really long way to get to treatment. So the transportation and the lodging piece and things like gas cards really make a big difference for those people.
And I have to mention, you've been part of this race before. Megan has as well. I think what's exciting is just being...
This is my 12th time that I've participated in the Tri. I did it virtually this year, and I have for a couple years, thank you to COVID. And, there's 75 participants in the Tri this year that have done it virtually. And so that gives you the flexibility to, to do the parts of it you want, or when you want, but also, you still can make an impact with raising the funds. And so it's, thank you, COVID. It did bring that option along that wasn't there before, and so it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does, and every little bit, a dollar, everything makes a difference for someone who is fighting cancer. And
we've got, from Town and Country, we got 4 people participating today. Well, I did it virtually, but 3 others, and so, just every little bit helps. And I think sometimes, when you're fundraising, it's the getting over the hump of like the ask, and it's like, oh, I don't know if they can help me or not, or oh, they're busy or whatever. But you just learn that you ask, and sometimes people can say yes, and sometimes they have to say no, and it makes a difference. And I think we got the first one coming over.
Linda, I'm going to step out of the way so we can see the first finisher coming across the finish line. Look.